Hey everyone, welcome to the Movie Throne. I'm your host, the one and only King freaking Kansas here, bring you another, what I like to call, what you guys like to call, bad movie reviews way. In my personal opinion, you guys know no movie's really bad unless I say it's bad. And in this particular case, the general consensus says it wasn't the greatest, it wasn't the worst, but for the King, it was enjoyable. What the hell am I talking about? I'm talking about 2004's The Punisher, starring Thomas Jane in the lead role of Frank Castles. It also had John Travolta as Howard Saint. He's the main baddie. You also had these cool actors. Laura Harring, I guess, plays Travolta's wife. Samantha Mathis plays Maria Castle. That's Thomas Jane's wife. A. Russell Andrews, Omar, Avila, James Carpinello. He's a little douchebag kid who pays the price. Anyways, Ben Foster is in here, believe it or not. He plays Spacker. He's the guy who has the little loops in his mouth, and holy shit, did that guy go through a lot. Give him props for that. You got Marcus Johns. He plays Will Castle. That's his son. Rebecca Romijn's in here. She plays Joan. And you got Kevin Nash, who played the Russian. There's a scene that he comes in and he does a number. But overall thoughts, guys, after watching it, it must have been at least 10 years since I've seen this movie. I enjoyed it. I'm not going to lie to you. Thomas Jane was my Punisher until we got John Barenthal in the Daredevil series and then his own on Netflix. That's how he won me over. But Thomas Jane, he wanted to do multiple films and they only gave him one. Those bastards had the look of the Punisher, shape, you name it, the trench coat, the skull on his chest. Phenomenal. The violence was here. So if you wanted violence, you fucking got it in spades. Travolta was himself, like with all the mannerisms and shit like that. Cold-hearted and calculated. The shit that he did to his own people. Eventually his wife, when he kind of pays the price, because at the beginning of the film you have Frank Castle's undercover and one of his kids gets killed in let's say an ammunition purchase gone bad. So he finds out, this guy supposedly got killed, but he didn't believe that shit. So he had his own guys dig, and they find out that he's hiding in some sort of Puerto Rico resort there with his family gathering together. And his bitch wife says she killed her son, right? Her son got killed. She's like, I want them all dead. Not just him, the whole entire family. So that's what they do. They go down there and holy shit. He thought, to see your own family, especially his wife and kid, run down like that, holy crap, and his family getting killed, it is what it is. He ends up surviving because of an explosion. He thought he was dead. He ends up getting found by a fisherman. And I'm telling you right now, this is one of the best quotes ever. He goes to him, well, God help you, or may God be with you. And he says, God's going to sit this one out. I'm telling you, I lost my shit every time I watch that thing. It's one of the best quotes in any movie. I don't give a shit. God's going to sit this one out. And he goes, and it's cool how he kind of justifies himself. He's not doing this because of revenge, because revenge is just an emotion. He's doing it for punishment. That's the only justice you can get, is through punishment. So he goes back to town. He raises hell for John Travolta's character, Mr. Saint. He throws his money out of a hotel. People are going bonkers. He starts killing people left, right, and center. Tracks down his wife. Uses the little weasel that was at the beginning of the film for his own little tactics there to set up his wife to say that she was cheating with his best friend, which his best friend, there was no possibility of that happening. So he ends up forcing him basically to kill his best friend and throwing his wife off the bridge and killing her. He called her a whore and shit. I'm telling you, this movie is violent. And then eventually he gets him at the end. The last 15 minutes of this film, phenomenal. Like, he goes up there, he starts shooting people, knives through the throat, under the neck, you name it, putting a grenade in his kid's hand, and if he lowers his hand, shit blows up, tying him to the fucking car and letting him go, and then setting off bombs and shit. And at the end, you see all the cars that got blown up. It has the fiery skull of the Punisher logo. It's pretty cool. The scene that he ends up going to where they're staying, they're going to go after him. He sends Kevin Nash, the Russian, to go after him, going through fucking walls and shit like that. Phenomenal. That fight scene, so damn good and so rough. It's crazy shit. But it has it all in one. Like, I enjoyed myself watching. It's like about maybe 2 hours, maybe long, something like that. And it has him at the end. The music's good in this as well. The soundtrack is phenomenal. I think I have it lying somewhere over here. Kept on listening like crazy. But John Travolta and Thomas Jane did a good job. You can even hear the dogs barking in the background there. But I loved it. You got to check it out for yourselves. And let me know in the comment section. What did you think? Did you like Thomas Jane as the Punisher? Should he got more films? I don't know. Did you like this movie like I did? Loved it. So anyways, either way, check it out for yourselves. And stay tuned. There's going to be cool stuff coming your way from new, what I like to call live watch sessions. Basically, I'm going to be picking a TV show. In this case, coming up next Tuesday, I'm going to be rewatching WandaVision with you guys. Yeah, there won't be the picture on the wall, whatever the crap. You're going to be watching it. You may hear the volume here and there. You're going to be basically reacting as I'm watching over it. So don't expect to watch the whole movie or TV show for free. You can go do that yourself. I'll give you a little indicator of when, so you can start watching, so you can understand my reactions that you see on my face. Why am I reacting that particular way live? So, we'll see how that goes. If things go well, then I'm going to try out when we actually get new shows with Agatha along. So until next time, be the hell good. Stay off the King's Throne. I'll see you where? Right here on the Movie Throne YouTube channel. Take it easy and definitely be the hell good.